Hello, and thank you so much for your Saint order. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you love your Saint 3D makeup just as much as I do. I know it can be intimidating to put on the first few times, so I just want to pop on and walk you through how to apply it for the first time. So grab your makeup and let's put on your face. A couple first things, you're going to want to make sure you have a clean and dry face. Exfoliate once, twice a week. I use Rodan & Fields. That's just my personal preference, but you can use it over-the-counter exfoliator, anything that you like, just to kind of get those dead skin cells off your face, give you a nice smooth finish. Moisturizer is key also. You want to make sure your skin isn't dry, so grab a moisturizer, whether it's a Cetaphil over the counter, whatever you prefer. Just moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Keynote there, if you are applying a moisturizer before you put on your Saint makeup, you're going to want to wait at least 10-15 minutes just to make sure that's had a chance to soak into your skin. With a cream-based makeup, you don't want those, two creams mixing together, or your makeup's going to move on your face instead of stay where it is. So just give yourself some time for your moisturizer to completely get absorbed before you apply your Saint. And then the other one is if you want to use a primer. I typically don't use a primer, kind of only on special occasions where I want things to really stay put and stay looking like it was just fresh applied. I know some girls with oilier skin like to use a primer just for that staying power. You can use our Saint setting spray. It's actually a primer and a setting spray, so that's kind of a double dip if you want to use that. That's a great one. Otherwise, any over-the-counter primer. Elf has some great ones. The key thing with primer is to make sure it isn't silicone based. That silicone kind of puts a barrier on your skin and prevents your cream makeup from melting and kind of blending into your skin. So that's the key thing with primers if you're a primer girl. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to walk you through how to, let me clip this. I'm trying to not get the big blue clip in the front, but it's not working. So blue clip it is. All right, so here's your compact. This is the one that I build for most of you. It's our 12, which basically just means that it's a double decker, so there's room for 12 full tints. You can pick any size that you want. I tend to go with the 12 just because you can add in your eyeshadows and things like that you see on my bottom. This is my everyday compact, so it has everything that I need in here and kind of a couple extras too. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to go over, this is the palette that I've probably built for you. You're going to have your main highlight color, which in layman's terms is a foundation. Your brightening highlight, which you typically refer to as a concealer. Your contour color, which is going to help give you some, lift to your face. Lip and cheek color. And then a bronzer, if you choose to get a bronzer, that adds a little bit of warmth, and then an illuminator color. All right, so the key thing with Saint is that less is more, okay? It's cream-based, it is buildable, but if you can see that you have makeup on your face when you finish, you have too much makeup on. And I'm just gonna grab one other brush. Okay, this is the blush and bronzer brush. So again, you can use this for almost all of your products. So this is a great starter brush to get. All right, so I'm just going to take the small end. You can also use your detail brush for applying as well. Those are a couple of my favorites for a light coverage. Some of the other brushes are great, but they're going to give you a little bit thicker coverage. So we're just going to start off real basic today. So small end of the brush, and we're just going to dab in to our main highlight color just 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, and we're going to kind of want to come around, doing it in the mirror, and start wherever a man's beard would be. Okay, kind of on the bottom here, along your jaw. Put a little, wherever I have a little redness, it's going to help cover that redness a little bit, just as a base layer. Okay, a little bit on my forehead. I don't need much because I'm going to be adding other colors in. So again, I'm just adding it where I need to even out my skin tone a little bit. Again, you probably can't even tell that I have much on my skin at this point. Okay? Red, 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 red. Okay. I'm going to take the same end and I'm going to put it in the light color, which is your brightening highlight. So again, just tap, tap. I'm going to just squeeze this end a little bit because I don't need a big area of coverage. My first tap is going to be along my nose on the inside of my eye, not up in the corner of your eye where it's going to deposit all kinds of product. Right there in the inner eye, but down towards your nose. And then again on the exterior of your eye, again, just one tap. We don't need much. I'm not going to put it right underneath our eye. This is where a lot of us have creasing, and if you have additional product, it's going to settle into those creases, so we don't want to put it right underneath our eye. The other place for your brightening highlighter is going to be right down the center of your face. We want that light to hit it and draw attention to the inside of our face, or the middle of our face, I should say. Okay? So now I'm going to take these two colors and I'm just going to stipple them, and I'm not going to be rubbing and swirling and tugging at my face. Just tap, 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 tap. Blend those in a little bit. Stippling all my colors together to distribute that makeup. I do put a little bit on my eyelids. Need a little coverage, just tap one more time, 2 more times. Okay. Okay. Now the next one is going to be our contour color. So you can use this brush as well and just smush it. Might give you a little heavier product. My favorite brush to use for my contour is the detail brush, and I just take the edge of this one and just kind of wiggle it into my contour color. You're going to go from your cheekbone, you can feel it here. Just apply from the outside just to the outer corner of your eye. So just follow that cheekbone down, just a line there. I'm just using the very edge. It's kind of up towards the top of your ear, and just this one line down. Don't worry that it's a little scary looking on your face. It's all going to blend in. You can also just do it with your finger. I do that a lot too, especially if I only take one brush with me. I'm just bringing one and I'll apply some of the others with my finger. So the other spot is going to be right along your forehead. If you're using your brush, you're just going to tap it in. You can also use this brush and just tap it as well. You're going to want to go right along that hairline. Your contour is a little thicker than the rest. So we're just going to get that right along there. And then we're just going to start stippling and swirling that in as well. Kind of come down towards your temples. Now for the contour over here, you're going to want to push up and back. You don't want to come down, or it's going to bring your face, is going to look like it's sagging down. You don't want your contour to come way down here. It's just going to bring your face down. And we want things going upwards, right? We're accentuating those cheekbones. So this one, you can move around a little bit. Okay? I do like to do a little bit just on my jawline, just to give a little more definition between that and my neck. And you're not going to want to go much farther, with the heavy color. You can go just a little bit underneath your chin, but you don't want much color there. Most of it's going to go on the corners of your mouth. And you can just bring it down a little bit. You don't need a line. Just blend it in, kind of create a shadow there. You can also contour your nose if you want. Let's just do it with a finger. First one, little stripe, bridge of your nose and down. on each side of your nose bone. Okay, again, stipple that in to soften. Okay, that's it. Lip and cheek color. I usually do this one with my finger. So it's kind of a glossy color. I'm just going to dab it. Swirl my finger in there and dab it. And start at the apples of your cheeks. If you put more on the apples of your cheeks, it's going to give you more fullness in your face. If you want more slimming, you're going to want to apply mostly just in a line. Again, kind of just on top of where we put that contour color. Okay? And also, as long as we're in here, get those lips taken care of. You don't have to go with the same color for lip and cheek. And my go-to everyday palette, it's all together. I usually just go with the same color because it's handy. Again, cheek color, let's stipple that in. So we're just kind of going to go over where we applied that blush, that cheek color, and down into the contour a little bit. We're just going to blend them all in. Okay, if you are a very, very basic girl, that is your face. You are done. All right, that was super easy, right? All blends in nice, gives you a little color. Okay, the next step, again, weekend face, we're done, right? We're staying home, we're just running to grab groceries, my face is done. But the next step, you're going to take it up a level, is your bronzer. So you're going to take the fluffy end. So our colors are very pigmented, so we don't need a lot. We don't want to draw brown circles. We're just going to go up above our eyes, big circles, bring it down a little bit to our temples, and onto our cheekbone, just kind of where that sun is really going to hit you if you're standing outside. Okay? I do a quick brush on my nose, my chin, because the sun's going to hit that too. Any extra, I'll put it on her neck just to create that shadow. Sorry, I'm dealing with a shadow here, so let me adjust a little bit. Okay, and then the next one is an illuminator. We apply this just with our finger, just on top of your cheekbone. It's just kind of a shimmer, just kind of a little, just kind of catches the light. You can kind of see it in this one here. So it's not really a color. You can do more of an iridescent. This one is a rose gold. Again, you can see it's not adding color to my face. It's just adding a little shimmer. We do have some that have glitter in them that are super pretty also. So again, it's just going to deposit that glitter or shimmer or iridescent right there. You can also put a little bit just under your eyebrow, right on your brow. Okay, and just where you want that light to pick it up. Okay. Again, that's pretty much your full face. I tend to get a little bit shiny, so I do like our setting powder. It's our Vanilla Dust setting powder. This is the powder brush. This angled end here is a great one. Just dab it in. This one's a powder, so we switch over to powders now. So if you only get shiny in your T-zone, this is a great one to just hit those areas that get shiny throughout the day. Like that. Kind of sets things in place. I get shiny everywhere throughout the day, so I like to use my blush and bronzer brush, and I just use the big end, and I just skip the first step and use this bad boy to put it all over my face. Okay. I also like this detail brush to put on any eyeshadow colors. You can absolutely get all the brushes or add brushes as you want to, but for the most part, this is my bad boy. I also use it if I just do my brightening highlight inside my eyes, instead of smushing the brush or using my finger. Like, this is another one that's great for getting in those nooks and crannies in your eye too. So I like to add a little bit of the setting powder on my eye, just to act as a little base, as a primer. One thing that I've noticed with Saint eyeshadows is they don't crease on my eyes. It's something that I hate and rarely wore eyeshadows because it would always crease. So that is something that I found doesn't happen with the Saint. So loving that. It stays put all day long. All right, so again, go ahead and do whatever eyeshadow you want, your colors. I'll typically build you a 4-color, but you can mix and match. I'm just kind of doing everyday look unless you're looking for something special. So I just like to take my lightest color, do my whole lid with that. Again, just kind of a nice base. I'm going to take my center of my lid color. Today we're going with, this is Mama. With my eye. I'm swiping my brush here on our brush cleaning tile. It's just kind of like a little sponge, but it's great to take off any extra color if you're going from color to color. Works great between our highlighting, our highlights as well, and then you have nothing left on your brush. So you can go dark, light, back and forth. Super easy. You don't have to spend time cleaning your brush. I'm going to take, this one's Bubba. Got a little much on there. And I'm just going to add that just kind of to my crease here. Just gives a little dimension. And then I'm going to go my darkest color. And this is going to be concentrated on the outside of my eye because I like to make my eyes look a little bit more open than they are. I like to place this just above my crease. Great tip if you have hooded eyelids also, or if you're sagging a little bit in your eyelids. Just bring it up just above your natural crease, and it gives you the illusion that your crease is up higher and back farther than your other one. Okay, I've got my lip conditioner. It's just awesome. Feels great to add on top of your lip color. Underneath, just more like a chapstick. That is it, ladies. There's more that you can do. Obviously, you can do your brows. You can keep adding, you can keep building, you can go full glam if you want with this makeup. It is buildable, but I just wanted to give you your basis of this is what cream makeup can do for you and how fast you can apply it. Again, all I have left are my words are hard. Is my eyeliner and my mascara. So just pop those on and you are good to go for the day. But you see how that just gives you some dimension in your eye, just kind of makes everything even out. And it doesn't look that powdery, fakey, I have makeup on look. Okay, it looks very natural. As the day goes on, again, you're just gonna kind of notice it just kind of blends into your skin. Like, it doesn't disappear, it stays. I think I will do a post that shows a before and after of an all day, how it progresses throughout the day. So I hope you found some help with this. If you have any questions, if you are freaked out with your colors, again, don't freak out when you first apply them. And again, you can always apply with your fingers if you don't have the brushes. Totally good. Okay, so don't freak out until you've blended everything in. Sometimes they look a little but again, it's cream. It all blends in together and it's meant to just settle in. So give it a hot minute, make sure it blends in. But if you have any questions, if your color match isn't quite right, let me know. I will make it right. Okay, easy, just swap out a color for you. So again, thank you so much for your orders. I truly appreciate it. And I'm just here to make you feel as beautiful as you are on the inside. Okay, it's not about becoming beautiful because you already are. So again, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. And let me know at any time if you have any questions. I'm here to help.